Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours, now through December 20th. All of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Hello, how are you?
Just sitting here.
Have you talked to your people?
Man, everybody's doing everything they can.
But you're holding on, right?
Trying.
Yeah. You have to. You're doing this for truth.
On my knees, I've been talking to God. Wanna be strong, but I swear it was hard. By myself, somewhere counting these days away. So many tears got me feeling I'm made to pray. Thinking of you, I just gotta be great. You looking for me, I don't wanna be late. I know you here, I'ma help you escape. They lied to you, I've been dealing with hate. You ain't gotta worry about it, I'm coming to get you. Wanna smile, but I know they gon' mess up the picture. Every morning I got Gigi read me scriptures. I've been waiting on the call, I hope I don't miss you. Every day I've been looking for you. Houston been looking for you. Granny been looking for you. Nico been looking for you. Yeah, everyone looking for you. I done been trying to hide it, but nothing get put before you. I just wanna hold you, tell you I love you. I ain't been able to eat, been able to function. I ain't been able to work, been able to sleep. Everything they doing to me, a different discussion. You gotta know you mean the world to me. And never be another girl with me. You my first love, daddy's baby. All I know is what I'm going through is kinda crazy.
I've been holding on. You know you all I got. I've been trying to find you. I'm never gonna stop. Yeah. They got my back against the wall. They won't make me stop. I won't let us fall. They won't break me down. And if they think we not, no, they won't take what we got.
KBLA Talk 1580. Welcoming in to the space this morning, a rap artist. He's got 11 solo studio albums. He's been in this game for a minute. He's also known for his activism and philanthropy, founder of an organization called Angel by Nature to help low-income young people in Texas, and Relief Gang, a nonprofit organization to help people in Houston, and much more. Right now, he's looking for his daughter who has gone missing. Trae The Truth, welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm blessed. I don't even want to ask you how you're doing because I just can't even imagine how I would be if one of my babies was missing.
It's a roller coaster for the most part. Just going through a ball of different emotions, whether it be sad, sometimes frustrated, sometimes mind wandering, sometimes just want to be away from everybody. It's just a lot.
Yeah, you want to be away from everybody, but you need to get the word out about your baby, so that's not an option.
Yeah, but, in all honesty, again, it get hard at times, And what you're saying is true. I mean, I get a lot of calls from people that try and push me a lot. I got to get up. I got to get busy. I got to do what I need to do and don't shut down. But, I tell them all the time it's a different process for me.
Well, for those who haven't heard, and I know that there's a lot of conversation about this on the internet, but your daughter, Truth Isabella Thompson, you say has been missing since the summer, since August 16th, right, of 2024. tell what happened in your perspective.
Um, at the top of the year, I won primary custody of Truth, and I let her finish the school year, and she came down to Houston, but then because I had the primary custody, they allowed the mother summer visitation. So Truth was with her, and then when I finally got her, I believe July 27th, we were we were preparing for school and getting everything situated, and the mom called for her first visitation on the weekends because she'd get the first, third, and if it's a fifth weekend in the month, she could see her. I drove her to the north side and to a trampoline place to see her mother, and I was supposed to get her back that Sunday, but that Friday that I dropped off, which was August 16th, I never seen her again. After I dropped off, later on, I was blocked from everything. Other stuff was disconnected. Just all kinds of different stuff. But it's like they just took her and she vanished.
Now, for those who haven't seen pictures or read the articles, your daughter is really young. She's only 6, right?
Yeah, she's 6.
And she's a cutie, by the way. I can see that, that's from looking at your Instagram, looks like that's your little road dog.
Yeah, well, everybody who know, because, a lot of people watch my kids grow up from the time they born, but everybody know that was my partner in crime, but also that was my boss. She controlled everything I have going on. So, it definitely knocked the life out of me.
So, her name is Truth. So Truth it sounds like is a smart kid. Because if she's running you and she's only 6, that says something.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing about it, man, a daughter's always a father's weakest spot. It's a lot, but yeah, I love my baby to death, man.
And you believe, I mean, it sounds like you believe, and I've read that you think she's with her mom.
So I hired private investigators shortly after she was missing, and they spotted her a few times. One time, she was actually being brought from one house to a car with her mother and somebody else. And another time, they were watching her house, and the mom just so happened to be there. And when the mom came out in the morning, they tried to follow her, but the mom trying to get away got to high speeds. And in the midst of them calling me, I'm telling them, like, hey, in all honesty, man, you can't do that, because if she wrecked trying to get away from y'all or something happened with that vehicle, I'm going to be responsible if something happened to my child, so you got to let her go. And that was the last time the private investigators physically had eyes on her. From there, she's been hid inside of whatever location she at, and she don't come out, so nobody can know where to start looking for her.
So when a private investigator spots her, they can't do anything. They just make the observation and report back to you?
Yeah, that, and I believe they called 911 too. By this time, it was just too far gone. I'm gonna be honest, even if it wasn't too far gone, the officers don't take priority when it comes to situations that are, I guess, civil matters. They're, regardless of who's in the right or the wrong, the first thing they do is say you need to take that up with family court, and they just don't make it a priority.
Right. From what I know about family court, it is rare for the father to get primary custody. How did that happen?
If to sum it up, because I don't know how much time we got to sum it up.
We got time. You got time. You got plenty of time.
Okay, the judge gave her multiple chances, and I think the very first judge that we had entitled her so much, she just didn't take it seriously. So she would do different things, and it would just warrant as you violate, until probably 5 years in, five years and some change. The judge are like, out of everything that she's done at this point, for the best interest of truth, with just the damage that's being done, you had your chance. Now we're going to give Dad his chance to take care of truth, because we feel it's in the best interest for her to be with him.
And does she ever say to you, I'm going to come and, I want her back, or I'm going to come and challenge this and try to get custody, or,
No,
was there pushback, or was she just like, okay, you have custody?
It really was nothing she can do, because everything that was done before she knew what she'd done, we had went to court and over and over and over. So when I got custody, that was final trial. So it was no. She tried after final trial. They allowed her. She went and got another set of lawyers, and they came back, and it was decided that the best interest of truth is for her to be with her father, and that was it. And she acted normal, but in all honesty, the way the situation went and the way that it's been taking so long, it seems as if this was already on their mind. They just had to act it out, and they went with they moved August 16th.
Mm. So you said she's blocked you on the phone. You can't reach her by email, obviously, and none of her family, her mom, her cousins, or I'm talking about your child's mother. Like none of the family or extended family, nobody is in touch.
Some of the family members, well, a couple of the family members that realized what she was doing, and when they seen all the stuff that she's done, all the documents of the stuff that she's done, and in the midst of when she took truth, one thing people I don't even think that people put that in their stories. I'm not sure if they knew. One thing about it, when she took truth, she went out there to L.A. and filed a bunch of bogus cases, bogus charges. And what happened was every one of them was getting dismissed. And the last one, I actually flew to L.A. to go to court in a place called Ventura. And once the judge found out and looked, so let me give you a quick example. When you file something on somebody, right, it says y'all have to be a resident. I believe it could be either 6 months or a year. So long story short, she filed something in one county. A day later, she went and filed something in another county. 2 days later, she went and filed something in another county. So when the judge realized what she was doing, I think they call it like docket shopping.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, so she was like, and the judge did. She let her talk. She heard her out because she was on the Zoom call. And keep in mind, when she filed all this stuff, she's not telling them that she's kidnapped the child. She ain't telling them none of that. And there was a whole court order that was final. So when the judge found out, the judge ordered her to bring the child to court, and Heather ran. That's what led to the abduction in California. So in Texas she had 2 warrants, and in Cali she has 1. That's how, when she took the baby over state lines, that made it federal. So that's why you have the marshals and the FBI and different things involved.
Looking for truth.
Yes,
baby.
ma'am.
Yeah, and so particular relevance, we broadcast out of LA. We have people that listen, members of our delegation all across the country, but we're based here in LA. So when we continue, I want to talk about how we can help and what else we know. Rap artist Trae The Truth looking for his daughter, Truth, who is just 6 years old. We'll continue the conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to here with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
Somebody bring out the confetti, baby!
Starting Monday, January 6th, KBLA Talk 1580 has a new midday lineup.
I'm excited!
Are you ready for Tavis Smiley, Dr. Cornell West, Jesse Jackson Jr., D.L. Hughley, and E. Quarterly Corte back-to-back?
Oh my God!
Are you really ready for all this smoke?
I'm ready, brother.
Yes, we still have Dominique DiPrima in the mornings and Zoe Williams in the evenings, but middays just got lit on KBLA Talk 1580.
We on fire.
All across America, people are talking about our new midday lineup. Starting Monday, January 6th, our KBLA 1580 app downloads are on fire because everybody's going to be tuning in.
Yes, I love you guys. You are the bomb.
Now would be a good time to hit up SMB at KBLA1580.com if you want folks to hear about your business or brand. That's SMB at KBLA1580.com. It's going up in 2025 on KBLA Talk 1580.
It's going up.
That's what I want.
It's been said that when someone you love has Parkinson's, you have Parkinson's.
The Parkinson's Foundation knows that the disease doesn't just affect the diagnosed. It affects everyone who supports and helps care for them.
If you have questions, the Parkinson's Foundation has answers.
We can help you understand the disease
and give you tips for living a better life.
Find your answers at parkinson.org or call 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
On behalf of the Ayers family, KBLA Talk 1580 announces the public funeral services for our very own Robin Ayers on Saturday, December 21st, 12 noon, in the living room at the Faithful Central Bible Church, 400 West Florence Avenue in Inglewood. Robin will be sorely missed by all who knew her and the many lives she touched. We will hold on to our fondest memories forever. Family and friends are invited to come celebrate Robin's joyful life Saturday, December 21st at 12 noon in the living room at Faithful Central Bible Church, 400 West Florence Avenue in Inglewood. KBLA Talk 1580 extends sincere condolences to the Ayers family. Robin will always be in our hearts.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
And I do appreciate you. We're talking with rap artist Trae The Truth. He's also an activist, by the way. And he's looking for his daughter, Truth, who does have some LA roots, as you mentioned, or at least an LA angle, with the mother of your child filing these legal actions, and they say court shopping or docket shopping, apparently, allegedly. So I know you got people here. You said you've been here. What are you doing on the West Coast to look for truth, or what are you hoping that the KBLA delegation could help you with?
At one point, I was living in a hotel in L.A. every day, searching for my child, possible places. Honestly, the only thing I can ask people to do is the right thing. And when I say the right thing, a lot of times people can turn blind eyes, or they could be fed into believing different things without knowing what's really going on. And for me, I tell people all the time, like, take me out of the equation, take her mom out of the equation, right? Let's just say even if you're a best friend of her mom, what validates the rightfulness of a child being moved house to house, pillar to post, not in school, not having nowhere stable to stay, not being able to even provide for this child, and then you having your child in new environments every day where the child's not safe or familiar. Mentally, you don't know what damage you're doing or anything else, because even as a friend, if it was me who was in the situation, right, I would expect any of my people to be like, hey, man, like, we love you to death. We understand you may love your child or whatever you may think you're doing is right, but for the best interest of the truth, that's not right. And that's the only thing that I'm hoping her people understand, because it's just the situation. One, you've taken a child and you took it on yourself, which you've already for the first 5 years done everything that you wanted to against the system, to where they felt like, okay, you don't take it seriously and you only moving for you, you're not moving for truth. And now that they switched it, you even done it again, but done it worse than what you've done before. So at this point, we just need to get truth back to safety.
Yeah, I mean, for me as a single mom, a divorced mom, I feel like we, especially, I'm going to say especially black people, unpopular opinion, but we as people in general, a lot of times I don't think we put the interest of the child first. We're so busy fighting about, the man or woman going with a new person, or our money interests, or how it looks, how our image is impacted, that we're not putting the child first. We're wasting money. We're acting like we're in junior high or high school when we're grown people. And it's one of those things that just hurts my heart. We waste wealth. We traumatize our children. And we actually traumatize ourselves.
Not to cut you off, I've said that, and I'm repeating it again. I know me and True going to be in therapy for a while. This situation, the mother doesn't understand. This situation is a very crucial situation, because not only are you doing what you're doing now, to where you're keeping a child hid away from where she actually belongs, rightfully, but it's like you're damaging her to where even when God brings truth home, I still have to deal with the mental and the stress of truth, even understanding what's going on. Because as a child, they love both of their parents.
No doubt.
And the thing, I'm learning so much in this situation, right? Because they have something called, like, I think it's parent alienation. So at first I didn't realize what it was, but now I'm over realizing what it is, because the first year Truth was born, she was kept away from me for like 4 months. The second year she was kept away for 3 months. Another year she was kept away 6 months. So when you keep a child away from somebody like that, you're kind of moving the other parent out the way, and it accustoms the child to feel like they depended only on one parent. The good thing is the love always outweighed. No matter what she would do, when a court finally be like, hey, you're doing it again, like, no, he has his rights, and she's allowed to be with her father. And I would always be scared when I get True, because it's like, man, it's been so long since you've seen me, from them keeping you from me. And then when she would get here, just the love that we had, we would pick right up. Yeah, it may take a day or two, but we'd pick right back up like she was never gone. And that was the blessing out of the situation. But this situation, it just became different again. They got rid of all phones. The apartment that they lived in, she abandoned. The car that she had, she abandoned. The emails, I'm blocked from Truth. I was blocked from Truth's iPad, everything. So this time she went completely, I guess you would call it, dark.
Yeah. No, and by the way, you can't interrupt me. This is kitchen table conversation. So, you speak as you see fit. That's how we do it around here. What do you think her mother would say in her defense? What is her side of the story? I know that's not really a fair question, but I feel like I have to ask it.
We are human, and we see some of the comments. I see some of the people trying to defend her, like saying, "Oh, well, she was the mother. A daughter should never be taken away." And then they say, "Oh, you did it because you had money." And it's like, I had money before Truth was born. So, do you think I would have went through 5 or 6 years of heartbreak over and over if I could have avoided it? If that's the case, I would have instantly tried to do whatever we needed to do to make sure I had custody at the beginning. So it's never about money. And again, they're only being said what they're being said by her because they're like, "Oh, well, he can afford high-end lawyers." I've had the same lawyer for most of the duration of my us fighting. She's had multiple, and they've been top law firms. There's been times she'd have 3 lawyers walking in the building, and it'd just be me and my lawyer. So they only going off what they said, you know what I'm saying? And it frustrates me, but I can't be mad because, people only know what they're told. Now, regardless of if that may be the truth or a lie, they only know what they told. So, I watched some of the comments of, "Oh, she doesn't want to be with him." We weren't together since she was 1 or 2 months pregnant and have not went back. I would never go back. So it's just like, man, it's just all the things. And I knew once I put it public, I was open to people being able to place opinions and do things because at the end of the day, I had to go public because I tried to keep it silent for so long in hopes of people. And it's been many people that told her at the beginning, like, what you're doing is wrong. You need to get her back to her father. And I was keeping private, hoping she was going to do it, needed to be done, and hoping that the agencies that's in charge were going to be able to find her. And getting closer to the 4-month mark, I had the same results from when my child left, which was no one knows the whereabouts. The unknown is a very painful thing. And you don't know where your child is. Your child could be across the street from you, and you wouldn't know because they're not bringing her outside. And the fact of unknowing, that's one of the most painful, stressful things ever.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it was like I had no choice but to, 1, put it in God's hands, and 2, just let the world know, because if somebody sees my child, God may place the right person in the right position to see, oh, well, this is the child that's been missing, that's posted, that they can contact the agencies. That's why I ended up letting it out.
All right, we're going to do news, traffic, and sports right now. When we come forward, I want to talk more about your search for your daughter. And is it being impacted, you think, by the way that media and society disregards Black children when they are missing? That and more when we come forward with rap artist Trae The Truth on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 things you should know from BIN News. New York is increasing efforts to fight subway crime. Governor Kathy Hochul announced 250 more National Guard members will patrol during the holidays, and cameras are now on every subway car. While overall crime is down, felony assaults are up. Rudy Giuliani must appear for a contempt hearing for refusing to turn over assets after being ordered to pay nearly $150 million. This follows his spreading of election fraud lies about 2 Georgia election workers in 2020. The U.S. Supreme Court will hear arguments on January 10th regarding the TikTok ban, which requires ByteDance to sell the app, or face a ban starting January 19th. And Paris Hilton is considering politics after the Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act she advocated for passed. She feels proud and sees potential in making a difference, hinting at a possible future run for office. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
Hello? You gotta get your story straight. What an idiot. Get it through your noodle. Don't give a rat's behind. That's baloney.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice.
Check your local listing to watch Judy Justice. Out now.
Is this the title?
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
I'm a bad man.
A very important game for the Chargers tonight at SoFi. They play the Denver Broncos in a game that will have major implications on the AFC playoff picture. Denver is 9-5. They can clinch a playoff spot if they beat or tie the Chargers tonight. Denver is currently the number 6 seed in the AFC playoffs. The 8-6 Chargers are in the 7th and final seed. They need a win tonight to avoid dropping out of playoff contention. 5:30 kickoff on Prime. The Lakers and Clippers are back in action tonight. The Lakers are at Sacramento. The Clippers are at Dallas. From the Now It Can Be Told department, the Dodgers paid just over $2 million to the Los Angeles Police Department and the LA Fire Department for their services during the World Series Victory Parade on November 1st. The Dodgers paid LAPD $1.7 million. $290,000 went to the fire department. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Add confidence to every holiday adventure and get it done with a rugged and capable Chevy truck or SUV. Now during Red Tag, get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Offer available on all 2025 Equinox and 2024 Equinox EV, Blazer EV, and Silverado EV models. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment is 26.8%. You must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 1/2/25.
The revolution will not be televised.
This is Brother Cornell West. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm full of joy and delight to announce that I'm joining the precious family at KBLA Talk 1580, founded and led by my dear, dear brother Tavis Smiley himself. Yes, the name of the show is Truth Time, and I'll be working with the inimitable Nina Turner out of Cleveland, Ohio, sister of great vision, and we will be on weekdays at 12 noon. We will be following Brother Tavis Smiley's show. We will begin Monday, January the 6th. That's right, Monday, January the 6th. Get ready for a different kind of insurrection. We coming with Martin Luther King Jr. and Fannie Lou Hamer and Curtis Mayfield and Aretha Franklin, and gonna add a little Gil Scott Heron too, as Nina Simone sits at the center. That's right.
The revolution will be live.
That's what we gonna do. Please come with us on this fantastic voyage.
The revolution will put you in the driver's seat.
I was so excited when I heard the sandwich was back. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken. It's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
The Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is back with a bite. Try it with the original or spicy filet, now for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
We knew you'd stick around. This is LA's home for progressive talk radio. Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580.
I just want to make sure you're alright. Daddy don't want to see you cry. You miss your daddy?
No.
If you don't miss me, you want me to cancel my flight?
No.
Oh, okay, see, you gotta make up your mind, Stanky boy. I love you.
Love you.
I see you said you didn't love me. I knew you did. Bye.
We lost a lot of time, hope it don't change you. No matter where it go, hope it don't change you. I feel like it'll never be the same, they change you. Just know your daddy love you. I know I ain't been around, but I hope it don't change you. Even though you've been away, I just hope it don't change you. They knowing you all I got, tell me why would they change you? Even though I'm feeling pain, no, I don't blame you.
KBLA Talk 1580, talking with rap artist and activist Trae The Truth. He is looking for truth. His 6-year-old daughter, who went missing on August 16th after being with her mom. Trae has full custody of Truth. You can actually see Truth and see that that case on black and missinginc.com. And according to some data published by Elon University, black people, 40% of people who go missing are people of color. Black children make up about a third of people that go missing, children that go missing, even though we're only about 13% of the population. And yet we hear less about missing black kids, women, grown folks. Do you think that's impacting this case?
I think it's definitely impacting this case, but I want to say just children in general as a whole, man, you know how sometimes you have to use the human part of you, shall I say, because you can have a parent take a child, right, and wrongfully take them. They can get pulled over. It can be known that they're not supposed to have a child as far as they don't have custody. But you know how heartbreaking that is if you're the other parent that's trying to find a child, and the officer be like, oh, I can't get involved. Y'all got to go back to civil court. That's not our concern. And they may let that other parent drive off with that child. Like, these are situations that definitely need to be changed, that I'm going to definitely be fighting for. And it's not necessarily just a fight for one or the other. It's just a fight for what's right for the child.
I mean, what's the point of an Amber Alert if they're not going to do anything?
Yeah, that, and it's just you know how many, the day that I came out with it, how many people said, "Oh, that's not kidnapping. She's with her mother," and it's like that. It's crazy to see that's the mentality of people, right?
But you have custody, so I mean,
right,
no matter the person's opinion, that is the law. It's kidnapping.
Yeah, but see, you even have people that think like, oh, well, these people, the courts don't know their laws, that don't matter. And at the end of the day, they feel like a mother who birthed a child is supposed to have a child no matter what. And what people have to understand, it's so many ways of abuse and damage, right? You don't only have to physically harm a child. You don't only have to do other things. You can mentally abuse a child. Just one, the things that you teach them, the mentality that you have them to have. Because, at one point, Truth was being taught that I was her enemy. And I feel like that's dangerous even within itself, because this is a child. Imagine me having a conversation with my baby, and she's like, well, it's because of you I'm not going to see my friends, and I'm not going to see my mommy and my real family. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, all your family is your family. There's no such thing as who's your real family and who ain't your real family. Two, your friends, if it comes to a point you want to see your friends and your friends want to come out here, we can arrange that. And why would you say you're not going to see your mommy? Because she's still you'll be able to visit her the same way as much as we move around city and state. I'm always for making sure my baby's comfortable. So the things that they're being taught, that's super damaging. When Truth went to therapy, before she was taken, she went to therapy, and what I believe what I read out of it, I need to actually go look at it. What I read out of it was she's fearful of her mother. And it's not to blast her mother, it's just to say that sometimes people may not know the things that they're doing to a child, or the damage that they're doing to a child, because they might not be right. The reality ain't sunk in to them. Like, hey, what I'm doing may not be the best thing for a child at this moment, because some parents just think for themselves, whatever they feeling at the time, whatever anger they may have or whatever irritation they may have, they instill that in everything around them.
Yeah, I also feel like as a mama that children know that they're made up of both parents. So when you disrespect the dad or disrespect the mom, you're disrespecting half of your child, and children are not dumb. They know that. Somebody in our chat is saying children don't internalize these things, that your child is fine. And you have related that some folks are playing it down because you believe she's with the mother. blackandmissinginc.com actually has a picture of the mother. So clearly they think that we're supposed to be looking for both the child and the mother in order to get the child back with the custodial parent, which is you, Trae the Truth.
I mean, all agencies feel that. It's not just black and missing children. You have Texas Echo Search, you have National Exploited Children, you have the U.S. Marshals, you have FBI, you have Fort Bend, you have Ventura, you have L.A. Sheriff. It's a lot of people looking for truth. And one thing for sure, if it wasn't that big of a deal, then one, they wouldn't be looking for truth, and if it wasn't that big of a deal, truth wouldn't be being hid at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, anybody can say, oh, she's a child, she'll get over it, but regardless of that, man, these are things she's still experiencing, these are things that she's going to have to deal with. Because you got to think every day the truth's going out. I don't know what truth's being told.
Right.
I don't know what my first day, I don't know what my first encounter with my child is going to be when we come back across each other. Because I don't know what's being told her right now. I don't know what she's feeling. I don't know what she's happy about. I don't know what she's hurt about. But I just have to try and prepare myself to ride it out with her regardless. It may be rough. You know, if God say the same, it's going to be a smooth pickup just like when she left. Because the thing about me and Truth, we have an amazing bond. That's one thing nobody can take. You know, and if you pay attention to a lot of people through all the social media, just people in real life, a lot of people watch me raise my kids, so they know the type of father I am. Like, my kids can run over me, you know what I'm saying, just because I'm just a loving father like that. So
I think it's a testament to how much you love her, just how much you're putting into this, and I think it's a powerful message about black fathers and how much, of a commitment many have to their children, which is not credited typically, which is not talked about.
So it's a lot of parents that give up. And, they give up. I don't agree with them giving up, but they give up because they can't take it, because it's always constant drama, or they're always being done a certain way. And the thing is that I'm working hard on it to try and I'm being the example right now to show a person it doesn't matter. Even if you feel humiliated, it don't matter what the situation may be. If you love your child, fight for your child, because the child didn't ask to be here, and the child can't fight for themselves. So you have to. My daughter, no matter what's being told, no matter what's being done, she's going to know her father exhausted every possible thing he had to make sure she was okay.
And that's important.
What I recommend other parents do.
That's important. I mean, when we look at the data, girls, well, everybody, but especially girls, it's important to have that relationship with the father. It's, it makes them get better health outcomes in almost every category.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, I can empathize with women with them saying, hey, we birthed the child, and I'm all for that. I understand. But when it comes to a point where things are not going right with the child and the actions that's being taken are not right for the best interest of a child, and it's more about the parent itself, is like, okay, that automatically raises red flags. And then when other actions follow behind it, it becomes to a point where, like, you know what, this not right. This, no matter how we look at this situation, this is not right for the child. So,
Trae, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that Truth, according to this affidavit, was last seen in the 1100 block of West 91st Street in Los Angeles, California, and that she was allegedly abducted by her mother, Heather Cuevas, on August 16, 2024. A felony warrant for interference with child custody has already been issued for her mother, Heather, September 26, 2024.
Yeah, again, it's multiple warrants. And I want to say this, let's be very clear. My message to Heather is, I'm not here to get involved with the charges that's being placed. None of that. All I'm trying to do is get Truth back home to a stable environment so I can properly raise Truth the way she needs to be. The trauma she's dealing with now, whether she understands it or not understanding, is not fair to the child. So as far as just pressing the issue of people, of her, of them looking for her, pressing the issue of her having to fight those cases, I'm out the way of that. That's not, in my mind, I feel like God's going to handle the situation however he sees fit. So I'm strictly trying to rightfully get my daughter back and get her to the right place, the right environment, the right state of mind to make sure I can raise a intelligent, super bright and fun child. Because like we stripping her childhood right now with her. Like, you know how serious this situation is. Sometimes it doesn't even register me till I look at the missing flyers, and it just, you know, it put me in my feelings. Like it just, because nobody knows the pain of. I can't say nobody, because some people do, but majority don't know the pain of what it is not having your child, not knowing where your child is, and being stripped of that when you've done nothing wrong but try and be a father. You know, like I take pride in being a father. Meaning anytime my baby needs me, whatever she needs, or whatever love she needs, anything she needs, I'm going to go out to the max for her. And, you know, man, and I'm starting to get emotional now, and it's like it becomes frustrating, and it's like I don't even feel comfortable going outside smiling. You know, I have other kids, but I don't feel right smiling, laughing, and just going on with life when I don't even know where my child is.
Yeah, well, Trae the Truth, I thank you for telling your story this morning and being with us. And I know it's a lot for you, and you have to go. So just tell us one more time how we can help.
One, I'm telling everybody, do not approach them. Don't in no form or fashion, any circumstance, do not approach them. Do not speak your mind to the mother. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to bring truth home. Simply call 911 or one of the agencies like Black and Missing Children, and just let them know you're seeing a missing child. Yes, keep eyes on them so you can know what vehicle they get in or anything else, and that would lead to the Amber Alert. But just call whatever agency that's on there, and just try and help bring truth home.
All right, well, definitely praying for you. I can't even imagine as a mama the pain and suffering that you're going through, and I pray that all ends well and that little Truth is perfectly given perfect grace and healing.
Yes, ma'am. You know, we pray every day, and God's in control, so I know it'll be okay somehow, some way.
Absolutely. Trae the Truth, thank you for being with us. And God bless.
You too. Take care. Thank you.
You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
It's that holiday time of year. Give the gift of hearing to you or a loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today. Audien Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audienhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com. Hurry, don't miss Audien Hearing's Christmas sale live, now through December 15th.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
Hi, I'm Jesse Jackson Jr. You've been hearing me guest host here on KBLA Talk 1580, and I'm having a blast. But I'm excited about joining the official lineup here at KBLA Talk 1580 starting Monday, January 6th at 1 p.m. Start your day with First Things First and Dominique DiPrima at 6 a.m. Check out Tavis Smiley at 9 a.m. Tune into Truth Time with Dr. Cornell West and Nina Turner at 12 noon, and then tap in with me on The Jesse Jackson Jr. Show at 1 p.m. weekdays. I served 17 years in the U.S. Congress, and I can tell you it's going to be a rough 4 years, so let's navigate this journey together. It's The Jesse Jackson Jr. Show, starting Monday, January 6th at 1 p.m. on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Eggs are a staple in our diets, and there's only one egg with more delicious farm fresh taste plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. With more vitamins, including 6 times more vitamin D and 10 times more vitamin E, plus 25% less saturated fat than ordinary eggs. Available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, and organic. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
Yes, this is one of the things that hurts my heart. You know, I talk about conscious uncoupling, and people clown me because I got that from Gwyneth Paltrow, and she has a lot of bad ideas, but that's a good one, which is that we, mamas and daddies, husbands and wives, baby daddies and baby mamas, you know, casual hookups who got pregnant, whatever the scenario, need to prioritize the well-being of the child. And so no matter how trifling you think your husband or wife or baby daddy, baby mama is, you got to keep that to yourself. Talk about it with your girlfriends or your homies, not in front of the child. And I know it's difficult. I've been through it. But we end up siphoning wealth. We end up traumatizing our children, getting into situations like this. If we could find a way to be mature. And if you know Heather Cuevas, you stay around West 91st in LA, or you be around there, I think it's fair to keep your eyes open, as Trae said, and report the information, not trying to be a vigilante and take matters into your own hands. But according to these stats from this college that I cited earlier, one of the most important things we can do in helping is sharing information, right? You can go to blackandmissinginc.com. He listed a bunch of other places. There's a website called the Charlie Project. This is a public database where they have information about missing persons and cold case data. And they combine different news sources and compile it there. And so one of the things that we can do as concerned citizens is share the information, spread the word. And I know this KBLA delegation, we're powerful. We got eyes in all 50 states and all 100+ hoods. So we can make a difference. Fahima texted me, and she's an expert in these matters. She works in the field. She says the non-custodial parent cannot take the child without permission. This is abduction and a crime. And we do need to understand that. To dismiss it and say, oh, the kid will be fine, or, well, she's with her mama. Well, yeah, that's true. It's better than her being abducted by Ted Bundy, probably. But it's still a crime. And so I think minimizing it and maybe checking ourselves, are we minimizing it because the custodial parent in this case is the father? There are many black single fathers doing an amazing job. And there are many, many black and other parents who are divorced, broken up, separated, can't stand each other, and still manage to prioritize the child and act like they're actually grown. You're grown enough, to get naked and make a baby. Then we need to be grown enough to maturely and decently abide by those rules. And it's true, Mark Lee says you end up sabotaging the child, and that's right. Being traumatized, y'all want to cry about You talk about women having daddy issues and men having mama issues. Well, this is one of the ways that happens. I will post on my socials this post from blackandmissinginc.com in case you haven't seen it. They do not, forensics say they don't have the date of birth of the mother, but they do have a name, Heather Cuevas, and they do have her picture. And the baby is black. They say light skin, 3 feet 5 inches tall. She weighs about 50 pounds. Black hair, long hair, brown eyes. 6 years old. And she went missing in August and believed to be more than likely in L.A. No, of course, my main concern is for the baby, but hearing the father's story, it hurts my heart. And I think it's true, co-parenting is hard, but it is very possible. I do it. And I'm a whole handful. So if I can do it, you can do it. We are grown. We need to act like we're grown. And stop siphoning money out of the black community on lawyers and fees and fines. And stop compounding the trauma and making it go on generation after generation after generation. We need to be about breaking generational cycles, even if we've got to put up with some pain, inconvenience, and things that make us mad. Forensic accountant says she's not in LA. I don't know how you know that, but whatever the case, we'll keep our eyes open. Tavis Smiley is on deck. He's got an incredible show for you, as always. And I look forward to talking with you tomorrow. We're going to get into, for our Freedman Friday, the royal reparations, as we see Jamaica and others making their moves against the UK and other imperial colonizers. So that should be quite interesting. Looking forward to it. And don't forget to tap in on social media. I'm at KBLA